FPL managers. Welcome to another edition of the FPL Ambassadors show, episode 66, getting ready for Gameweek 24. After Manchester City officially leapfrog Arsenal to the top of the Premier League table. Senior guy, glad to have you. How are you and how has your FPL week been so far?
I'm doing okay. FPL has been good. It's been good, even though the way I was expecting it is not going that way. But
It's not going that way, sure.
it's still okay.
It's still okay. That's true. So, we are just coming from the Man U game, where Man U and then Barca played a 2-2 draw. In fact, media and all the Man U and Barca guys, I'm teasing them because I told them, this match is a Champions League final. It is not an Europa League match. How can you be playing? You are making us about the match. And the money are there, so the Man U and Barca fans, please tell your club owners and coaches that next year we don't want to be seeing this match at this level. We need to be seeing this match Champions League. But the funny thing is, Barca and Man U, things are not going on because Barca last played the Champions League in 2015. That is 8 years now. And Man U last played the Champions League final in 2011. That is 12 years now. So they shouldn't end up becoming like AC Milan. You should be very careful. So that is it. But so Gameweek 23 ended yesterday, and then we had Arsenal and City. How was the game yesterday? How was the game yesterday? What do you think was a good thing, and what is the way forward from that to win the league?
Arsenal City, as expected, we all tipping City to go out there and score Arsenal, but the way. I think eventually it was so easy for me, and I expected Arsenal to put in a much more intense effort. You understand? Because they've been on top for quite some time now, and City coming to their grounds, knowing very well if City scores them, they overtake them to take the first position. And Arsenal they were relaxed. I don't know how, because probably they were thinking they still had a game in hand, and even if they lose, they can still win that game and come ahead again. But it was from City's side, it was very good game from them. But Arsenal side, I think it was a below par performance.
Below performance from there. I think Nketsiah really disappointed the managers that bought him for double game week. But somebody says some of these things that happen. He's a young striker, so sometimes some of these big games he needs some high level of experience, because sometimes just an extra touch, just a little positioning could have made you be able to score a goal better than not. So managers should look at that. So the Man U guys are saying that, and it is a good result for them for now. Okay, next week we'll see if it is so or not. But Charlie, Rashford is. I've said this several times. Rashford is now the best player in the whole wide world. Charlie, the guy is so hot on fire. Rashford, please, we are begging you. Don't say that you scored your goal in Europa League, so you scored this. We need your goal span, because some people are eyeing and captain you so much as well. Okay, so it was a double game week. We're expecting a lot from the Arsenal guys. It was Saka that was able to do the job for managers. I think in City, Haaland, De Bruyne, and Mahrez were able to. So last week we were battling between Mahrez and then De Bruyne, but I think both of them did the job for managers as well. Any other key take from the double game week, Tinia?
Oh, okay. So as usual, you cannot trust the defense of City, even though they were having a double game. You cannot, because the first game you could see Arku playing, and the second game he was on the bench and all that. So it's City. Their defensive lineup is not quite encouraging. Even the first game, we had moments where Bernardo Silva was playing the number 3 position.
Charlie Bep.
Whilst they have defenders on the bench. So
my Aki was on the bench.
So it's like that. You can say City, so you cannot trust any defender in the City team aside probably Ederson, their keeper. and City are also conceding goals these days. So I don't think.
Surprisingly, I don't know. I just don't know what is wrong with City, that they are just considering goals left, right, center over there. So I think that is also from there. The only sad thing is that Newcastle have lost their clean sheet again for the second time in two very games. I think it was against West Ham and against Bournemouth. But it still does not mean that I saw your players now. Now, I before I might forget, manager should watch that the Newcastle will blank in game week 25. So just it's be better you save your transfer in 24 and then in 25 you can look at that. And then the key point was Liverpool. Liverpool, we are eyeing Liverpool players for game week 25. And then funny enough, the guys were able to pick up the guys were able to start giving us some level of assurance that when they buy game 25, we should be able to buy some of their players. So it looks like somebody like Salah, somebody like Robertson, somebody like Trent Alexander-Arnold, and even Darwin Núñez might be some managers that we can look out there. So I think Sasa is joining us, so we'll move into our sponsor plugs. Remind the managers that the league is still up for grabs. Whoever will top the league at the end of the season is going to win his 1,000 Ghana cedis. The code is still at the top left corner, I2G9ZF. And as you have said, we are sponsored by West Engineering Services. So we'll take our sponsors video and then we'll proceed from there. Reminder that for you to be eligible for the award, you should have subscribed to the channel and be interacting with us as well. We believe that managers should get a little token for every good that they are doing in FPL. So we'll take the sponsorship plug and then we'll move on there. So West Engineering Services, they are mostly involved in they are mostly involved in borehole staff drilling and then pump mechanization as well there. So let's move on. So I think Sasa will join us for just a few minutes today. But then the very funny thing is our key players last week, these guys, Navas and Coach, they disappointed us. Thiago Silva and Chelsea, yeah, Charlie. I don't know, Chelsea can't keep a clean sheet. But Saka and Mahrez were key difference. This week, the guys who own Saka and Mahrez are the guys who are really, really raising. Wilson and Nketsiah didn't do anything for good job for managers. But then, here Nacho, as Rowland predicted, the Leicester guys are picking back their form. So Maddison, here Nacho, Harvey Barnes, and Co are all doing the job. Captaincy, De Bruyne or Haaland, of the captaincy went very well. So we'll move straight to this week. This week, Rowland takes are as follows. So Raya, at a point I wanted to make a decision between Raya and then Kepa, and then I didn't want to make a -4 for a goalkeeper, so I kept Kepa. But Raya has proven to be a very, very good goalkeeper for Brentford over the period, making a lot of saves. Even though when he conceded goals, he's making some saves there. Now, defender Reece James is now officially back. He's played some games, and we expect that as he picks up the form, he'll be able to help the Chelsea team. Even though the Chelsea team not doing too well, we are expecting that now that the players are playing together, they will gel and they'll be able to pick up some very good form from there. McAllister, we've talked about Mitoma and March, but McAllister is now looking like playing the number 10. So at a point where we're going to double up on Brighton guys, McAllister is somebody. So if you have him, you can keep him. This is somebody players to watch out for. And Rowland has gone ultra differential. Rowland, please come and respond to the comment section. Why are you choosing Darwin Núñez? He's facing Newcastle, one of the top 3 best defenders in the league. I don't know why Rowland would choose Darwin Núñez there. But the differential player is Jared Bowen. Bowen has been doing a very good job. Little by little, he's picking up. And the good thing is that Bowen is playing in blank double game week 25. So managers can look at that. We'll lose our Rashford, our Fernandes, and then our Newcastle guys, the Brighton and then Brentford guys. So Bowen might be a manager's 1 week plan for managers in double game week 25. And then captaincy, Rowland goes with the best player in the whole wide world as of now, Marcus Rashford. Best top. In fact, people were supposed to take a Ballon d'Or only for just this year, Rashford would have won it hands down. Ronaldo, Messi, and nobody will get any close to that. So, Sasa, because you have to leave us. If you could give us your take, then please speak with us, and then we can move on. Sasa, if you can hear me, give us your take on this players, then we can move to the next one. I think you can't hear me. So what I'll do is then I'll move to mine, and then Sinagaga, you speak about the key players across them. So mine key player is Jordan Pickford. Now with Sean Dyche now at Everton, even though they lost 2 goals to Liverpool, it's a derby. So these kind of things happen. But Everton against Leeds, and then Everton will play in double game with 25, and then they'll have a double in they have a double in double game 25, and then they also playing double game with 27. So Pickford might be somebody to look at. And Sean Dyche team is such that normally he will make sure that you shoot, but there's you won't get very clear chances. And then Pickford is also known to make such saves. So Pickford might be a keeper that manager should watch going forward. And Estupinan, that Brighton defender is really, really. Somebody saying that Brighton are very, very happy they saw Cucurella because he has made them get a better defender as well. But I think that he has really done a very good job, involved in assists and attacking returns over there as well. So Estupinan is somebody managers should look at. If you have him, keep him. If you've not bought him, I might say don't buy him for this game with 24, but look at him, eye him as your transfer after game with 25, because Brighton are going to have the most double game weeks after the blank game with 25. And then the midfielder, I go with the best player in the world as now, Marcus Rashford. Charlie, I don't know why the guy's on fire like that. Forward is Ivan Toney of Brentford. Charlie, guy. Tony, they said they're going to ban Tony for going on betting. Since the World Cup, game week 70, we have gone 7 good game weeks. Still, this guy's man.
And Tony is still playing.
Sometimes somebody says that sometimes take the points record. When they ban him, then you sell him. But we are all afraid. And Charlie, the guy is getting the goals in here and there as well. So not too bad there. And the differential players, Mitoma is doing a very good performance. So you can look at getting a captaincy and Haaland. I know there is some risk of rotation of Haaland this week, but because the Champions League game is on Wednesday and not on Tuesday, that the Saturday game for the EPL game is on Saturday 3:00. I'm sure they can be able to bench and Haaland can play maybe 60 minutes or maybe 65 minutes before they're benching. So against Nottingham Forest, you can hit the hat trick quickly as well. But a caution to managers: Nottingham Forest now at home are a very stubborn team. If they go away, they are very weak, but at home they are a very, very stubborn team as well. So managers who are afraid of risks can look at captain either Mahrez or De Bruyne, but De Bruyne too might be benched. So Charlie, these are our key players for this week. Sinaga guy, what's your take on the key players for this week?
Okay, so starts from Roland's person.
Okay.
Roland had Raya in post. I think for some time now you've been talking about Raya, and he's still been good.
Yeah. Sina, can you hear me? Or my connection rather is not good. Hello. Okay. I think Senior has a challenge with Senior. The guy has a challenge with his connection. Is it better now, Senior? Oh. Yes, it's better now. You can move on, Senior.
So I was saying Raya, you've been talking about him for some time now, and I think he keeps improving. And as you said, even though once a while they concede, he still manages to get some few points with a couple of saves that he makes. So Raya is one of the players that we have to be looking at. The defenders, Roland went with James. I think James is back and he's picking up gradually. I think with time when he really hits top speed, he surely gets in there. He will start producing the points that we expected of him. And I think he's played for about 2 or 3 games. continuously. So he's picking up. So he's picking up. We hope that he's able to produce the points that he used to when before he got injured. Midfielder McAllister, Alexis McAllister. I think after the international break, he's not been that good. If I say good, you see, during the World Cup,
Yeah,
he
sure,
raised himself to a certain standard
sure,
that
sure, sure, sure.
he expected him to come and continue. But once he came back, I think it's not been that impressive from him. I hope once Brighton is creating chances and scoring goals, definitely very soon he gets in the goals. He went with Darwin Nunes.
Okay.
Quite
Roland has come and
a
answer. He has
strange
come and
one,
answer.
but
So he has come and
I
answer for
understand.
us.
I understand because if you watch Liverpool and Everton, I think Nunes was making some good runs in there. I expected that game to be very tough for Liverpool, but the manner and the way and manner that they scored the goals were the same way that was expected. You expected the goals to come from because Everton with Dyke in there defensively, they are going to be very very good. You see, they are not going to open up, and Liverpool once they get a team that attacking, like they don't go forward that much, they find it very difficult to create chances and score goals. So Darwin Nunes against Newcastle was a good pick.
Okay, I think senior's connection today is not really the best. I don't know why, but so he was making a point about Darwin Nunes trying to make a being able to score against have some attacking returns against Everton, which is on like disciplined team. So as you're saying that, so even though Newcastle is disciplined in defense, you think that they can be able to penetrate, right?
Yes, yes. Offensively, they open up. So once they open up going forward, Liverpool can get some few counter attacks and hit them. So it's a good pick. I think that Darwin Nunes is picking up, and with time he's going to score a couple of goals. The differential of Jared Bowen, it's understandable. Tottenham defensively are not that good, and Jared Bowen. Once he has hit some streak, I think he will go on producing a couple of goals. He captained
Ashford.
Rashford. Rashford, it makes sense, but also, you see, he's played too many games these days. I think he just played today and
Yeah,
Sunday. Their match is on Sunday.
on Sunday,
Then he
yeah.
plays again. So I think very soon he starts to run out and probably the game time will be managed. That is the only tricky one with Rashford. But aside that, it's a great pick. So we
Oh,
let's look at your
that's my
picks.
answer, sure. Sure. So,
I think we went.
before you continue, a point for Matthew. Matthew just says that he's been thinking the way Rashford is in a goal scoring speed. Has he gone to message Benny or what? Continue. Oh,
Okay,
Charlie.
so Pickford. We've spoken about Sondai's defensive ability already. I think once he has taken over, you expect lesser goals to be conceded by Everton. You see, he sets his team in a way that it is very difficult to penetrate. But once you're able to score them a few goals, then it becomes easy. That is how his team is.
Mm.
So Pickford is a good one. I think they are going to keep a couple of clean sheets in the coming game weeks. But as against Leeds United, I doubt. But it's a good one. Estupinam. Estupinam is one of the players that I think most managers are looking at. going forward, I think he's incredible, and defensively too, he's good. Even though Brighton don't keep that number of clean sheets, but you
It's,
expect that
it's very
attacking
funny.
returns will be.
The kind of goal that Sanchez conceded on the weekend was so fine. I don't know how. Oh, please continue, senior.
So Estupinan, you don't expect clean sheet from him, but offensively he's good, and he's going to give you the points going forward. Midfielder Rashford, I think he's speaking about Rashford already, and Ivan Tony, we are expecting him to be banned, and as of now he's still playing and he's still giving the points. He's going to go ahead and give the points until he's banned. So differential player Mitoma, people brought him in against Fulham. No, the match was against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace,
Yeah.
but it was quite unfortunate. He blanked over there. But I think against Fulham, Mitoma is going to come in and he's going to give a couple of points against Fulham. And Captain Haaland, you raised a point about
Likely benching. Hello, senior. Can you hear me? Looks like senior's connection today is a bit troublesome there. Okay. Hello, senior. Can you hear us? Okay, I think so. Okay.
Are you referring to me?
No, yes, Sasa. So since you're here, you can. So I think Senior Guy's connection had a slight challenge. So he was speaking about the key players for the week. Do you have anything to say about these key players for the week, from my key players for the week?
Um, Gagai's key players. I don't. This week, I see this week to be tricky, and I think his
Okay.
key players are in line with the way the fixture is. The fixtures are.
Okay.
Yes, definitely, Haaland is a default because you don't want to go ahead against differential.
Mm-hmm.
Mitoma had a bad game last game week, but looking at his opponent, which is Fulham, he will definitely get. And
Okay.
Estupinan has been going more forward. And right
Charlie.
now, the Rashford like to chop bala, Charlie. Rashford chop bala. In the case of Rashford like this, I think I think his my only concern about his selection has to do with Pickford as a goalkeeper.
Okay.
Yes, it's Sean Dyche, but Pickford they can win, but Pickford is a no. How do you say it? He's like
one
he's
one
very
error
sloppy.
away. One error
Yes,
away.
yes. So that's my only concern about his selection. And
Okay.
aside that, everything it seems to be
Everything is
spot
good.
on, and I agree with
Sure.
it.
Okay,
Agree with
sure.
it.
Okay. No problem with that. So I think what we'll do is that senior is back. Senior, you're welcome. I don't know today the way our internet is worrying us there. Don't worry. We just continue. The only good thing was
I'm
sometimes is that
also
when we
having
get
internet challenge.
internet problems. Oh, Charlie, MTN Ghana, we beg you. Vodafone Ghana, give us correct internet. People, you always make us some baby. You, I don't talk. we are
Roland.
international. We are international. This is
Sorry,
Sasa. That's Sasa. Senior, I said that's Sasa. There, that was there talking.
I
Okay,
can't hear you.
I was saying that that's Sasa. That's Sasa. Can't hear me? Or still can't hear me? Hello, senior. Hello. Okay. Can't hear me. Can't hear me. You can't hear me at all. Oh, sorry. So I'm sure I have to privately chat Tina guy and then let him know that he has to rejoin. Please rejoin. Okay. So I'll Senior, can you hear me now? I think it's better now. Hello. Okay. I'm sure Senior would be able to sort the issue out then. Okay, good. But going forward, this is rejoin. Hello, Senior, can you hear me? Oh, sorry. Uh-huh. Senior guy, can you hear me? Oh, okay. I'm sure he will rejoin. So he will rejoin and then we'll be able to get it from there. Now the point is that we are now moving to game week 24. We have a blank game week 25 ahead of us, just like how Pras spoke to us last week about So you have blank game with 25. Now in that blank game with 25, the teams that are blanking are Man U and Newcastle because of the Carabao Cup, EFL Cup final, and then their opponents in Brentford and Brighton. So those 4 teams are blanking. So Man U, Brighton, Newcastle, and then Brentford. But the interesting bit is that while some are blanking, some are doubling. So Arsenal has a double. Arsenal has a double against Leicester and Everton. So those who have Arsenal assets, don't sell any of them. The only Arsenal asset you can sell is Gabriel Martinelli because of Trossard serving him around the 59 minutes and stuff like that. Liverpool guys, those were asking last week whether we are still thinking about Salah. So you now see why Salah was essential when we were talking about Salah last week, because they have a double against Palace and then Wolves. And these are very, very good places for Liverpool as well. Everton will play Aston Villa and then Arsenal. And then Wolves, the guys with Bueno, Bueno has to come and find a way of playing for some of us. Otherwise, some of us will not be able to. We will not be able to make good use of him as well. So, Bueno of Wolves is also a very important player for us as managers. So these are the key things that managers should know. So now, after game week 25, they are going to have blank game week 28. So that's from 25 here, blank game week 28, and it's going to be caused by the FA Cup game, which are going to be played around game week 26. So managers should just note that now, from now till game week 28, every single week is extremely important. As much as possible, save your transfer. Like this game week 24, save your transfer in 24, so that in 25 you have 2 free transfers, so that you can be able to adjust. Because in FPL, I always tell guys that FPL is won around the double game weeks and the blank game weeks. How are you able to navigate around it? So save your transfer like that in 25. You at least have able to 2 transfers. It's like if you're taking a -4, you can buy 3 players that will augment your team, because in 25 you're going to lose Rashford, Fernandes, Shaw, Trippier, and all the Mitoma, Tony, and the others. You're able to go around this. And as of now, 28, we are not too much aware about 28, but there's no that we are going to work towards that. And then in 27, there are even new doubles in 27. But since a little bit, we're not going to talk about it. So now, focus on 25. Save your transfer in 24. Go 25. Save your transfer in 26. And then you attack the doubles in 27. So these are the plans that managers should watch out for. No giddy, no early transfers. If your player gets hurt, this season is going to be rigged. So Senior, this is what I want to say. Is there anything you think I need to make managers should note about at this point of the season, or we should just move on to our teams then?
I think if made everything clear to them. The only thing I'll add is they shouldn't be in a hurry to make transfers after the game week. And once the game week has ended, in the mid of the week we have say Champions League games and a couple of say cup games. They should just hold on to their transfers, because anything can happen. And after that, probably say Friday or Saturday early morning, they can go ahead and do their transfers.
Sure. That reminds me. Know that when City played Aston Villa on Sunday, some guys were very annoyed with Kevin De Bruyne. I said, don't sell De Bruyne. Don't sell him. Don't sell him. When we say that, we say you say don't sell him. I said no. Aside everything, De Bruyne had a game in 24, and he has a game in blank game in 25. So at least even if he's not good, you just keep him. And I was telling the guys now yesterday when he scored, we were saying we'll say the price when the Sahara with the boys, yes, so that is it there for us. So managers will also want to know about the chip strategy. Now, please want to say, for now, keep your chips. 25 is very clear. You can navigate it via transfers. 27 has a double. You can navigate around transfer. But 28 is where we'll have the problem. Now we are waiting. By 26, we will know how the 28 blanks will be and the 29 doubles will be. So then keep your free hits, your wild card, and then your bench boost. By the time we'll have those doubles announced, we're able to give the strategy. So please don't force yourself. Those of you planning on wild card, then planning on free hitting, please relax. We are here for you. We got it covered. Okay. Yo. So Senior, this is your team. What's your plan for the week? What are you doing?
Okay, so I don't think I will do any transfer. Nathan Patterson I saw a couple of pics of him running. Yes, running now. So I think it's not that behind time. I expect him to come in for me for the double and blank game week
Sure,
25. But
sure.
for now, I think I'm just maintaining the players that started the game week 23 or 24, right?
Mm.
So the captaincy, I think I will maintain everything. I think the people that started are the ones that I'm going. I'm just contemplating on starting Wan Bissaka ahead of Nonto because I think Everton are going to be very good defensively, and I think they will give little chance to penetrate. So it's going to be difficult for Nonto. That is the only change I'm contemplating of doing. But for all you know, even Bisaka is going to be benched for Diago
Got it.
Dallo. So yeah, so I'm looking at that. But aside that, my team remains the same.
So I think that even though the Everton defense might be good, Nonto is very stubborn. So I would think that play him. And as you are saying that Wan Bissaka might be benched, the most annoying thing about a player being benched is when he comes on and just scores the 1 point and prevents the players from the
Exactly.
bench. So if he's
Mm.
most likely to be benched and anything can happen because United might be in the lead, they might need to protect the lead, and then they might want to bring extra defenders. So let's just keep the team set. Don't change your winning 11. And your team has been rising for a while now. You're around 719K. I'm sure very soon you cross 500 mark and moving forward and higher as well. Okay, great. So this is also my team. Oh, I think I find out I did everybody's own. I forgot to do my own change. This was my team moving into double game week, but this is my these are my players. So please ignore this was my team moving 23. So my team as senior guy said, I'm benching. I'm benching. I'm saving my transfer. So I'm marking the transfer. The same players that are going to play, the same players that are going to play in here. No, wait. Okay, no. So last week I said I'll bring in Mares. So I brought in Mares for Amaron. So Mares is rather playing. I think the best thing will be is let me do something. Normally I don't do this, but let me do this. Let me change the slide and show how my current team is based on. Let me do a quick screen sharing. Let me show my just a minute share screen. Let me show my so that I can give a proper update on that. Okay, good. So this is my team. This is my team. So my team shows my team. So there's Mares in there. So with Mares in there, I have so the team is going to stay the same. Haaland captaincy, vice captain Mares. But I'll follow press conference tomorrow. If I have any hints that Haaland will be benched, then most likely I'll go with Mares captaincy, and then I'll go with Rashford as vice captain. As you said, bank the transfer, and then we'll look forward to game week 25 there. Martinelli will be on my bench. Martinelli, dear Charlie. I want to find a way to sell him, but I don't want to force any transfer because you're advising people to see the transfer about there. Okay, good. So then we'll move to Sasa. Sasa has not been able to join us fully there. So we'll move on and then managers. So who is winning the mini league? Who is winning our mini league? We'll check and see if there are any changes there. So Rowland is still in second place. Mo 11 is still in first place. Marvin has dropped to 6th. We have a new person who has joined the league as well. Alex is in 9th, and I've dropped to 12th. SGI Pen and Paper FC as well. So whoever will win the league, as we said last year, New York 7 man, please. You didn't say I've not seen you in top 10. What is happening? Is the magic gone? Master, come and win. Come and see if you can win the league as well. So good. So now, game week 24, in wrapping up, the key point we are saying is that managers should save their transfer. See your free transfer this week and then have it in game week 25. And then you can use it as well. Senior, captaincy, Rashford, Kane, Mahrez, Haaland. Who are your top 2 for this week?
Okay, top three, I would say Rashford and Haaland.
Welcome. What will you say if somebody wants to captain if somebody wants to captain Harry Kane, if somebody wants to captain Harry Kane, what would you say to that person?
Harry Kane, Spurs, they are not creating that lots of those scoring chances. You see, Harry Kane is a very decent striker. So even when they are not giving him the chances, he finds a way to score. But then against West Ham defensively of late, I think they have improved, and it's going to be difficult. So Bentancur is out. He's the one that keeps their team moving. Once he's out, it's going to be very difficult for Tottenham unless something happens. So I usually advise against captain Harry Kane, especially against West Ham.
So looking at how Saka was able to outscore Haaland in the double game week, do you think managers can try captain? As you know that Haaland is playing, would you advise managers to maybe try captaining Mahrez or Rashford over Haaland? Or you think that if Haaland is playing, Haaland should still be the permanent captain?
I think we don't have Saka in the captaincy options, but I would rather advise to captain Saka ahead of even Mahrez or Rashford
Okay.
compared to Haaland. Yes, Saka.
Okay.
Saka is playing Aston Villa away. Aston Villa, they are not going to sit back. They are going to open up and there are going to be goals in that game.
Okay. And Arsenal will want to react from the defeat that they had yesterday. So
exactly.
Watch out for that. So that's also to say that managers, now the game is opening up. It's not always going to be a Haaland captain. If you see an opportunity, take it. If you see that this game Haaland might not do too well, Charlie, even though he's the former captain, go for a player you know can be able to give you the points. That is the only way to rise around the right. But don't just be choosing differential captains for the choosing sake. Also, I now compare Iwobi, Alex Iwobi against Lee. Say, or better hat trick. Who? Quite or better hat trick. Please, just be tactical when you are choosing your differential captain as well. Okay, so we are reminding managers that about the sponsorship package as well. If you want to join us, let's help you grow. You want to sponsor up jerseys, anything. We'll just make publicity for you, and then you can grow your business brand as well there. So, Asinia, just a key point. So we're talking about Kane. So now, if we realize that this week Kane is not doing well, would you say that managers who have Kane should sacrifice Kane in a double game week, maybe to get Salah, or you think that they will still have to keep Kane in that double game week, looking at the Bentancur injury?
Okay, once Kane is not playing, I wouldn't think you'd have to. There's a need to maintain him.
Kane will play in the double game week. They are saying that Salah has a double. So looking at that,
okay. No, I don't think it's worth it. Once Kane is also playing in the double game week, you can as well keep him. As I said earlier, even though Tottenham are not creating the chances for him, Kane finds a way out to score goals. So you can keep him as well.
Can keep him as well. Spot on then. So that's how this game. This game is more or less like it looks like a dull game. We have been having double game weeks for a while, double game weeks and here and stuff like that. But actually, we're coming back to the normal FPL. The normal FPL game week, as well. But then it's a Saturday deadline, not the Friday deadline this time. So managers, take your time, follow all the press conferences tomorrow, and then make your decision. Make sure you have a good bench because this week Champions League is in, Europa League is in, and expect some benching wahala. We want the benching come, don't cry. It's part of FPL. We take the good with the bad. But just make sure that check your bench order as well. Normally we don't check these things as well, but that is it. So the FPL Ambassadors is brought to you by myself, Raymond Nketsiah at Ray Nkets on Twitter, Rowland Ekuban at Rowland Ekuban, Marlvin Owusu there, and then we have senior guy in our Mr. Salah joined us for just a short while as well. I'm sure one of these days, Precious, Arku, and Alex will join us as well. So managers, thank you so much for being with us for today's show. Share it as well. Let us know about it, and then just relax. If the game week does not go well, it's an average game week. Just make sure you captain your players well, and yes, most importantly, try and watch out the teams you are targeting for double game 25. So spend some time and watch the Liverpool game. spend some time and watch the Everton games as well, so like and the Wolves games as well, so that you know the players that you want to buy into your team as well. We will surely meet God willing next week. Maybe we'll reach our usual time at 7 o'clock, and then everything will go well. Senior, thank you. Any last word for viewers before we go off?
I would say the game is now heating up, and
Sure.
managers are supposed to watch out and be very tactical in their captaincy picks. I think that's the little I would tell them.
That's what. Sure. So thank you, Senior, for a very wonderful time. We'll meet managers, God willing, next week as well. We salute you all. Don't forget to like the video as well and subscribe to the channel. Bye.